Hello, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Brian versus Brian, episode 182. WarGames. Would you like to play a game? WarGames. Matthew Broderick, released June 3rd, 1983. Budget of $12 million, box office of $124.6 million. That's a pretty good upswing.
Yeah. Holy shit.
It's a pretty good upswing. For this movie, we'll get into that. Yeah, techno thriller film. I don't know about that, but if that's what we classify it as.
Techno thriller. Okay.
Yeah, directed by John Badham, who would go on to do Short Circuit, a couple others. I see a lot of this. I see a lot of this in Short Circuit, like the camera angles and the filming, and the feel of some, and the way he films computers too. You know, in Short Circuit, there's like especially in the beginning. Matthew Broderick, Dabney Coleman, John Wood, Ali Sheedy. So Ali Sheedy is the Breakfast Club kind of person, and she's also the girl in Short Circuit.
Short Circuit, yeah, I think so.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got a relationship going. Who is Dabney Coleman in this? Oh, okay, he's the kind of computer guy, not the general. All right, so I've seen little clips of this. I've never really watched it because I just don't like Matthew Broderick. I don't get the appeal.
Yeah, totally.
I think he's the same damn person in everything he's in, but not in a good way. Like Keanu, you can handle it. Like those people that are kind of the same person in everything, it's usually because they're kind of captivating or they have some kind of magnetism about them. But Matthew Broderick's just like, well, this is me, and I'm Matthew Broderick, and well, he's got, I don't know, the voice.
Yeah.
I just never, like, Ferris Bueller's about the only thing I can handle and tolerate because it's a pretty good film.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I've never been a fan of Broderick. I mean, I'm trying to like go through his filmography in my head, but he's technically only in one really good movie, which is Ferris. But I do think that out of all the movies I've seen him in, this one is probably the least offensive in terms of me being annoyed. I don't think he was like overly annoying in this movie, which was nice. He's kind of not as obnoxious as he can be, so I appreciated that in this movie.
I think it's because he hadn't got to it yet. But I think this is his second movie, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it's Ali Sheedy's second movie too. So the beginning, he's what's he doing? He's a little hacker, getting in trouble at school. That was good. That one line. Who can tell me who came up with the idea of asexual procreation? Your wife? Hey, Mr. Johnson. Hey, ask her about it. I think Hey, what are you gonna do here? Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my classroom.
Yeah. And then he goes to the principal's office and pulls out a shelf that you might eat your lunch on a desk, and it's got a password on it. Crosses out, and they just change their password is pencil. It's like $1,000 pyramid or whatever the fuck it is, just pencil. And what, he hacks in and changes his grade right there or something.
Yeah,
he does something. Anyways.
Yeah, he goes home and hacks into the school's network, and I think Ali Sheedy's with him at that point. What are you doing? He's like, I'm changing my grade.
Instead of an F, how about a C? Whoa, can you do that? Hey, man. Who gets a D in home ec? It's a tough class.
Oh, yeah.
How about we make that an A? You change it back, okay? I earned that F, okay? I'm not like that. I'm not like other girls. I'm honest. And I love it. The technology. He comes into his room and turning on computers and shit. And he's got this floppy drive. He sticks this floppy disk in, and it's like it's like a
it's
fucking
like a drawer, and
it's like a laser disc size floppy disk. It's like, damn, bro. Hacking when all the computer can show is fucking 25 characters. It can't even do the full alphabet. It's like Z's not available. It's like 25 letters. Yeah. And so he hacks that, and then what he sees like an ad in a magazine, the little gamer hacker magazine, and about this company making new games, and I want to play these new games, but I don't want to wait. I'm gonna hack their systems. I'll just call every phone number in California where they're based, and I'll have a computer tone system. And if it is the right place, it'll have a computer answering system, and the tone will interface with their system and send me directly to the games, and I'll be able to play those games directly. Something like that. That's the logic.
And I'll be able to play Pong.
Yeah.
About that time. Actually, Pong didn't even exist at that time, if I remember. Or maybe it did.
No, I think it did. This is, what, 83?
83,
yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. I think we definitely had the earliest Atari stuff out. But yeah, he does that, and he hacks in, and yeah, it has a list the games, please, and list the games and chess, checkers, farmer, and thermonuclear war.
Yeah, it starts going on
and all these like
shit.
Yeah. And he's like, what? Huh? And you think he's like realizing that this is like actual military stuff, the way he reacts to it, but no, he just thinks they're cool games because he's like, ooh, play thermonuclear war.
Yeah.
And then what does the computer say? He's like, are you sure? How about a nice game of chess? No, you dumb bastard. Thermonuclear war. Okay. Choose a side. Ooh, how about I be the Soviets? All right. Why would you do that? You're asking for the alphabet men to come to your door, my friend.
Yep.
Are you a communist? And then he starts playing this game, and he's like, ooh, who should we nuke first? To the chick. I forget her name in the movie. I don't know anybody's name in the movie.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone's name. I watched it this morning.
Just,
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I don't. And she's like, ooh, Las Vegas. It's like, good one. Estimated casualties, 6 million. All right. Oh, yeah, and then I think they're in Seattle,
They're
too.
in Seattle, yeah.
And she's like, do Seattle, too. Do it. All right. And then I don't quite remember how it turns to something more than that. We do cut to a military installation earlier on. It might even be before this, where they got the two guys in the missile silo, and they control the launch.
Oh, yeah, that's how the film opens, yeah.
Yeah, and they're taking over for a group, and it's that one guy who's in, like, Reservoir Dogs. Mm-hmm. He's really young, and it's
almost unrecognizable. It took me a while.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, all clean-shaven and young.
Yeah.
And they get a code come through, and they have to confirm it really archaically. They get a piece of paper, confirm, and they take out this plastic thing that has a paper in it, and they break it open. Yeah, they gotta break it open like a fucking smelling salt and rip out the paper. Oh, it matches. And then they stick their keys in, and they're supposed to launch these nukes. But this one guy, he's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to get someone on the phone. He's like, that's not the procedure. We're given orders to launch these missiles and it's confirmed. Now I got to talk to someone before we do 20 million casualties. I got to talk to someone on the telephone. And And I like how he's just like he pulls out his gun. He just points it at his head. He's like, "You're gonna turn that key."
It's like Jesus.
And it's like, okay, that's not really gonna do anything. He doesn't see that you have a gun pointed at him, and you have to have both keys. It's like you can't turn them both yourself.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. And then I don't remember how we get out of that silo, but anyways, we go to the generals in the NORAD. It was like the missile defense place, and they say it was just a test, right?
Yeah.
It was just a test. And I was like, that's a weird test. Like 20% of your officers didn't even launch the missiles. They were afraid. They knew what would happen. I don't get it. So like the test was if they launched it, it wouldn't actually launch. I assume.
Yeah,
But
that's what I would assume. Either
that's
testing the all the steps you would need to take, make sure they all get done properly, and apparently it sounds like 20% wouldn't do that last part.
Yeah, and he's like, well, that's the human factor. I got a computer system that could take the control out of their hands, and they're gonna present it to the president, and I think the president accepts it. So now this shows them like moving chairs out of the silos because now it's taken over by this computer system that will not hesitate once it's given an order. Yeah, and then I think they introduced the Whopper.
Yeah, fucking weird name.
The Whopper. And they had the actual acronym of the real computer, but they said it wasn't cool enough. It didn't jump out at you. I forget what it was, but it was like, but Whopper. We came up with Whopper because it invokes the hamburger that people know, and it invokes giving a whopping. It was like, well, okay.
And the candy. I think there's candies called Whoppers. They got the burger, the candy.
Yeah. The delicious milk dud malted milk balls.
Malted milk, yeah.
It's basically dust. It's a moon sand dust. It does not get wet in your mouth.
Oh my god.
The Whopper. And oh yeah, I also read that prop, the computer, the Whopper, is just like a big prop with people inside of it.
Whoa.
Like with Apple II computers typing in things that they're told to and to control the thing. And I was like, control what? The lights?
It's just the only thing it does is the other little thing.
Yeah, it's just some lights that flash. You couldn't have created like a board that just flashes lights here and there. It was like, middle right red, middle light red, left right green.
Oh shit!
They're just in there typing on little Apple IIs. It just reminds me reading that reminded me of the scene from, was it Jobs, where Fassbender played Steve Jobs? Anyways, and they're just going on about the Apple II. The Apple II is the only computer that made us any damn money. It was a piece of garbage.
Oh yeah. It's a piece of shit.
It's a good ass movie.
It's an awesome movie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're back to this kid, and he's playing this war game, and I don't quite remember how he stopped playing. I don't know. Something came up, and they fucking stopped playing for a minute, and then the military found out, and tried to track him. Yeah, it's real for some reason. Like he hacked into that system. Oh yeah, then he goes to see his hacker friends, like right at the computer place. He knows this fatter hacker and then the skinnier, nerdier hacker, who is the quintessential like nerd guy. He was in Grease as the nerdy guy. He was in even the Polar Express as the know-it-all can. And
I
he
recognize
plays
him from his voice. Every time I've seen him, I haven't seen him. I've just heard like there's a movie I used to watch when I was younger. It was called Rock-a-Doodle Doo or something.
Yeah, Rock-a-Doodle. He's in that.
Characters there.
And he's Mandrake in Dexter's Lab. Mandrake.
That's right.
And he's pretty funny. He takes it away. Wow, look at this! Wow. He's like, well, This is strange. I would try to find the back door if I were you. What do you mean the back door? Well, in every computer program I write, I write in a back door, which is a small password that only I know of. So then later on, once I sell the program, I can hack into the program. You know, it's still my program, is what I say. It's not a crime if you don't do the time. Yeah. Then I don't even remember. It's just like the military finds out, hunts him down somehow, but they don't. The line gets cut before they're done with the tracking, so I don't remember how the fuck they got him. But they got him, and they're questioning him, and he doesn't fucking. He does the stupidest. He doesn't even explain himself well. He doesn't explain he thought he was playing a game or much. He's just like, "Whoa, I just did something."
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you might want to explain everything that happened. And then he's like, I want a lawyer. And they're like, no.
It's like, dude, you're a NORAD. Like, yeah, you should probably cough up all you know or what you did.
Yeah. And I did read that NORAD is far less advanced than shown in the movie. Like, I guess they're running off 50s computer technology. They got ticker tape shit,
Jesus,
reading braille and shit. So it's even less technologically advanced than what we see in this, which is just lights. Mm-hmm. And I heard it's still similar to that to this day, pretty rudimentary. I think just because the logistics of trying to change over nuclear warheads to modern computers, could launch them. So you don't want that. Don't want that.
You don't want any Mac Minis? NORAD?
Yeah. And so what happens then? We get
I think he goes and finds Faulkner or Falcon.
Oh yeah. Falcon. And I think he wrote the program, right? It's a program that
found out because the nerdy guy tells him oh, you got to do Falcon's maze, and then there's a whole fucking side part.
I would choose Falcon's maze. That's the game I would play.
So that kind of sends him on a fucking fetch quest thing where he's trying to figure out the password to, and he finds out it's Joshua, the son of Falcon's. What did it say? The name of his son, dead son.
Yeah.
And then that's how he was able to hack into the computer system. But how did he find out where Falcon lived? Oh, he hacked into the computer in the guy's room because they all go down in the main room and they start having an argument. He hacks the computer up.
He's just in the room with a computer. You know what? I'm gonna do it again.
And I love how the secretary walks in there and sees him fuck with it, and then she runs out to get somebody else. She doesn't walk in there hey, what are you doing? Stop doing that. I'm gonna go tell the other guys about him.
I'm telling, sir, he's doing it again. He can't stop. He's addicted. And we find out that guy's alive and might be going under another name. And I guess he created this computer program that learns, right? And then why would you even want to do that? Well, look, then you could play at chess and it would learn from its mistakes. And it would be a good opponent. And so it's a learning computer. Cyberdyne Systems Model 101. Yeah, it's funny. We find out that he may live somewhere. He goes and hacks a telephone to get to use it for free because he doesn't want to pay the 50 cents, I guess, to make a telephone call. So he takes off the bottom plastic part, walks out in the gravel and finds a piece of metal, like a little key or something, and then just touches it to different parts of the phone. And then it's got a tone. It's like, yeah. I was like, okay. That's all you got to do, man. And then he somehow tracks down Falker, or whatever the hell his name was. And I don't even remember what this guy says. This movie is so, I don't know. It's so boring. It's not much going on at any one time. And it's the only thing that got me through it was just the coolness of the 80s-ness of how 80s it was. But other than that, it's super slow. And
Yeah,
the
that whole
guy
sequence
comes.
didn't make a whole lot of sense because I think they're there to get him to call NORAD and say that everything that they're seeing at their base
Oh
is
yeah, it's
not
fake.
real, that it's fake, but he won't do it. It's like, why? Just call him and say it's fake. Like, why are you making this whole big thing?
Yeah, because come to find out the war game is real, and then yeah, the military thinks it's real too, and they're preparing for war in that war room.
And his whole
And
thing
then
is like all species will die and we'll just restart. Like, well, if you just make this phone call, like, well, we don't have to do that.
well, you did make that program, so I mean you were pretty responsible.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, then they bring him back there, and I like he like tells him. He tells him like very like archaically, or he's he trying to he's just foreshadowing and stuff. It's like, well, this may not be real. What do you mean it may not be real? Dude, just tell him it's not real, man.
God damn it.
He's doing like, imagine if you will. A computer program. Dude, fucking tell him this isn't happening.
65
Please.
billion years ago, there were dinosaurs. Like, no, come on, let's go.
It's like that one show with the 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 like second in command from Star Trek Next Generation. He tells a really elaborate story, and then now was that fact or fiction?
Oh yeah, Riker. Yeah, yeah.
It was false. It was fiction. I love that fucking show. Uh, yeah, and then he's telling him, and then he finally kicks it into gear and really tells him, what makes you think that they would start this without provocation, send all these subs over here for, where our only choice would be to respond with completely annihilating them. Do you think that's a good move? And he still doesn't believe him. He's still kind of like, I fucking think so. So, I don't remember how they get them to believe them.
I think he's just like, don't make the mistake. Like, don't send the silos. Don't make the mistake. And then he like sits down and gets all these bases that are supposed to be targeted first, and gets them on the
Yeah.
phone all at once. And he's just kind of waiting, and that woman's counting down 10 seconds.
Yeah, just lets it happen. And then the amazing graphics of the like nukes dropping.
Oh
Just,
yeah.
it's like fucking
What is that game called? You shoot
Missile
missiles up?
Command.
Yeah, yeah.
Missile Command. It's like from T2. And oh my god! And then there's silence. Are you still there? Station 1. Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Woo!
Turns into a
That was a
fucking Star
close
Wars.
one. Woo!
Oh my god.
Should have ended that there with the celebration music. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, yo. Show the Ewoks celebrating and all that. But no, it doesn't end there. It's like, shall we continue the game? Oh no, what are we going to do? It wants to continue the game. I've got an idea. Type in choose new game.
So, yeah,
God
that's
damn it.
ridiculous.
Let's see. Type in choose new game. Okay, select a game. All right.
Chess.
Yeah, there's no chess. God damn it. What about checkers? Oh, there is checkers. But how will we ever win? It's designed to learn from its mistakes. It can't lose. And so, what did they play? Did they play one game?
No, he
Right,
asked for
as a
chess
human?
first, and then it still denies him, and then he goes back to the nuclear war one, and then it denies him, and then they're like everyone's freaking out because at the same time it's getting all of the launch codes because it is going to launch like in a real life situation, and so I don't know. The guy Falcon referenced tic tac toe earlier on in the movie, so then Broderick was like, "Oh," he looks at Falcon, looks back. Oh, the game's not on here. And then Falcon's like, search for it. And then Matthew Broderick's like, tic-tac-toe. And and then it pops up, and then they get it to play tic-tac-toe to itself to learn that some situations there are no winners. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then it just keeps playing, and then like there's a timer countdown, right? And then it's just
Oh yeah, 9
what's it
launch
doing? I
codes.
don't know.
Yeah.
What if it doesn't make it in time? The timer's ticking down. And then finally it gets to 0. And what the fuck does the computer say?
There are no winning outcomes or something. It just learned that, some games there are no winners. So therefore, this war thing, it's not gonna go forward with launching all these fucking nukes.
Yeah. Sometimes the point of a game is to realize the game is not worth playing. Would you like to select a new game? Yeah. They're all like,
Second celebration.
yeah, select thermonuclear war. God damn it! No. Someone does it again. Yeah. Then there's a big celebration, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's the end of the fucking movie. Yeah, 124 million people went out to see this in theaters in droves, I guess. Crazy. I think I don't remember. I think I read something about it got more popular after for home releases when they did it on when they started playing movies on like ABC Thursday night movies or something. I think they had like a director's cut or longer cut that contributed to how popular it was. Anyways, yeah, not a fan of Matthew Broderick. Don't really like any movie he's done other than Ferris, and I don't even. I mean, that's not a great movie to me either. It's just okay. I don't watch it very often, but I can stand it. Yeah, kind of boring, kind of ridiculous. Not just because it's cheesy 80s. I mean, that's actually one of the draws of it for some reason. Without that, you got nothing. It's got like a direct-to-DVD sequel. The
really?
game's not over is the tagline.
Nice.
The game's not over. Yeah, so Matthew Broderick, WarGames, 1983. I think I got to go with like a 6.3. I just wasn't impressed. I'll probably never watch this again. I have no desire to sit through this again.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here that's going to draw me back to watch it anytime soon, or if ever. But however, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like great, but I don't know. I was pretty entertained. There are some like slow moments that I was like when he's trying to figure out the password for the Falcon thing. I was like, or even just like there's so much padding on it for no reason. Like when he's trying to hack the telephone, like why didn't you just make him have 50 cents and make the phone call? Why do we have to like go through this 2 to 3 minute thing where he hacks a phone? Like we get it, he's a hacker. But I don't know. Yeah, I found it to be mostly entertaining. I think the ending is fucking ridiculous with the tic-tac-toe stuff. But I like the idea. I like the concept. I don't know. I was pretty sucked in from the beginning. Like the 2 soldiers that go into the base, you're like, oh, what are they doing? And then like the silo stuff, and then it leads into the Matthew Broderick stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I love the scene where he's playing for the first time, and like we cut back to NORAD, and they're like freaking the fuck out, DEFCON 3, and then it cuts back to them. They're like eating chips, and well, what does the trajectory mean? And they're just like not taking anything seriously. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Broderick. But yeah, like I said earlier, wasn't as offensive. He's pretty chill in this movie. Ali Sheedy's weird as fuck as always. Yeah, she's always fucking weird. I don't know, something about her.
I don't know why. Just the way she speaks is very.
Yeah. Yeah, I was coming in today with 7.1. I had fun with it. Not the perfect movie in the world, but it was pretty entertaining.
6.3, 7.1. I was getting this movie confused at the end. I thought it was gonna be. I was getting it confused with the one with the Wonder Years kid and Nintendo.
Oh, the Wizard, yeah.
The Wiz.
Or the
I thought they were gonna like play Nintendo at the end. I was like, is it coming up? They're like gonna end up playing
fucking Power Glove, yeah.
They're gonna play Nintendo to beat this thing or something. But no, completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 6.3, 7.1. It's on Max. Go check it out. WarGames. And then if you can, hit up Amazon and order that straight to DVD sequel.
Yeah.
See what that's about. See what that's about. All right. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. Love having you every Sunday here on Brian vs. Brian. Spotify, as always. Apple Music, we're there. We're here on YouTube. Come hang out. Come talk some crap, or hopefully give some glowing reviews. We're just cynical. Even when a movie's good, we like to talk a little crap. Yeah. That's just fun.
It's fun
you know
to
what
joke
I mean?
and pick fun at,
yeah.
Pick fun on some stuff.
It's a mystery science theater kind of thing.
Yeah.
The movie might be good, but we're gonna roast it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And some of them deserve it, and we'll let you know which ones do. So yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. And until the next Vs, we're gonna tell you, peace.
Peace.